So how would you respond if the guy did do something theatrical, like took you to some special restaurant that you like? Let's say through the conversation that you'd had with him, he was like, "Oh, this your favorite restaurant," so he took you to your favorite restaurant, got you your favorite dessert, and so on and so forth, and made it special, and then asked you to be his girlfriend. Like, how would you think that was cheesy?
No,
Would
I
you
think
think that
that
was
would be
romantic?
nice. Any effort whatsoever, I think is nice. Even if I'm like not into it, but like, the effort's there. So yeah, that's actually really nice. If you could take me to Applebee's anytime, I don't care.
C1music.fm. Let's talk about it. We are definitely in the building. Now we do all day, every day. I'm here with the crew. Let's give a round of applause to my crew who's in the building today. What's going on, guys? How are y'all? How's everybody doing?
Good?
Right.
I'm good.
Got our international panel in the building. And tonight we're gonna talk about love. Tonight's topic title is Lover Boy Fresh. Lover Boy Fresh. I wanna ask Eddie, since you are the only male besides me on this panel, all right. Before I get into the ladies and let them give their spiel on this, I want to know, for you, Eddie, the first time you actually put mad effort on a first date, like you went out your way to, the two-part question. You went out your way to do something on the first date for a young lady. What was that? A. And B, what was a romantic way at one point in time in any of your relationships that you asked the young lady to be your girlfriend? Like, did you go out your way to do it? Was it a regular send me a text message? Did you get on one knee and ask? You know what I'm saying? Like, how, just what was the gesture? So first, the first date, tell me that. And then the second part is, let me know what was the thing that you have done when you asked a girl out that was romantic to be your girlfriend.
Well, I think we've talked about this before, but here in Africa we don't like ask our ladies out per se. It's more of you know just chatting, start texting and stuff, And then to answer the second part of your question is, but we did like a movie, I think, a movie and then dinner. Yeah.
I'm
But
lost. Say hold on. The first thing you said was you don't really ask your girlfriend to be your girlfriend.
no.
How do you know when
It,
she's your girlfriend?
it sort of just flows into place. It flows into place. You don't like ask them like, please be my girlfriend. No.
Oh, you
Oh,
can't do that in America. Oh, God.
Hold on. I got two young ladies that are from Africa, from the continent. You're from Kenya, so I have one lady from Kenya, one from Nigeria. Tell me, ladies, is he right? Guys don't ask y'all to be their girlfriends?
Yeah, it's a rare situation to get asked to be someone's girlfriend.
What about you, Charity?
Here in Nigeria, or will I say, I don't think I go with what Eddie said. I don't know whether it's obtainable in Kenya or so. You can't just walk up to a lady and was like, maybe you guys are just friends, or maybe Facebook friends, or was at a point you assume that the person is your girlfriend and all that. It doesn't work that way here. So you need to define, if you're really interested in this person, you need to define it and know whether the person is interested or not. There are people that would like to keep you as a friend, not necessary to be in a relationship with you. So I've seen the cases where a guy will be like, they are just friends. At a point you brought up the idea of friendship and all that, she will just end the whole relationship with you. So that is, you need to define what you want and whether she's interested or not.
Got you. So Eddie, like, how would well, matter of fact, Kathy, how would you know if you was actually the guy's girlfriend if y'all never had a conversation? Because I know Eddie says he's about communication. Communication is key. But Kathy, you agree with Eddie and said that there's no conversation about actually being boyfriend and girlfriend. So how do you know, like when you tell us last year you had a boyfriend, how did we know that now that he was actually your boyfriend instead of just being your friend?
Okay, in my case, he asked me to be his girlfriend.
Well, you just go against everything that you
Yeah,
just
I know.
said.
That's what happens here. In most cases, you don't get
You don't
asked.
make any sense. In most cases, you don't
Yeah.
get asked, but he asked
Yeah.
you. All right. All right. Let's go back now. Eddie said, I'm because I'm gonna get the floor to the ladies in a minute. Eddie said that his first date was to the movies. First, now is that your first romantic date? Like if you was meeting a girl for the first time, would the date be, oh, let's go to the movies?
You know what, bro? We are not that romantic over here. We don't like, you know, the way you look at romantic in the States and the way we look at romantic over here, it's not the same. I will not buy you flowers to show I'm romantic. I'll just, you know, I'll probably just give you a call and tell, you know, sleep well. You know, that means I'm romantic enough. We don't like, I'll not like open your doors, your car door, and I wouldn't do that. And it's a bit, you have to define romantic differently when you're defining romantic in Africa and in the States, I believe.
All right, one last question for you, Eddie, because you're making the ladies laugh over here. So here's my last question. How much should a first date cost? How much should a guy spend on a first date? And you can say it in your country's currency if you want, but how much?
Okay, it was a while back. So by then, a movie was around 150 per person. That is 150 Kenyan shillings. That was about $1 each. So that is like $2, and then dinner
Hold on,
around.
hold on. Aren't you currently dating right now?
Yes. Again, we don't do typical dates like you would call it a date. You know what? Let me give you an example of a Kenyan date.
Hold
I'll
on.
give.
What did y'all do on the first date though? Like, what did you
That
said
is,
y'all typically so?
I'm answering
Go
that. You
ahead.
know what?
Yeah, go ahead.
It'll be, you know, what are you up on? What are you up to on over the weekend? I'll just be chilling in the house. You know what? I'll come over. That to us is a date.
Yo,
We don't
you
like do
know,
the restaurant thing.
last year when I was saying, yo, once you get a certain age, you just want to, you get your own crib, this, that, and the third. You want to just tell the chick to come through.
Yep.
Everybody was saying, no, I would never do that. I would never come through, this, that, and the third. So now you saying that that's how it goes. Now you saying that's how it goes in Kenya? The guys
Yeah.
just come through?
Yeah. Actually,
The
us
girls
guys
there said that that's
prefer
dangerous.
prefer
That
that.
you just met the person for the first time. That's dangerous. To have somebody just come over your house and know where you live.
So we'll have already, you know, had a conversation over phone, texting, you know. But if you want for dates, most of our dates happen in the house. If there's something like dates in the house, most of our dates happen in the house. So very
Wow.
few of us do restaurants, you know, movies. No, that will be going out of my way. And
Is
I
that true,
speak for
Kathy?
I speak for very many Kenyans.
Yeah, that's true.
So most of the dates is at the house? I can imagine. Y'all must have a lot of babies out there, man.
Wow.
Everything is at the crib, man.
It's economical, you know. It's economical.
If it's not in the house,
Listen,
we call them the Airbnbs. So if you're not like comfortable, bring it.
that sounds like hookup culture right there. It's an Airbnb.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, that's what we call missions. You know what I mean? Like, did you complete the mission in that, you know? Needless to say, Apple,
Mm-hmm.
what was the What was the first time a guy asked you to be his girlfriend? Did he do it in a romantic way? I'm not sure how many boyfriends you had in your lifetime, but was there a romantic way that a guy ever asked you to be his girlfriend?
Hmm. You know what? I am not really a fanatic of a romantic man. I think that I'm too shy if if they're making scene outside or in a restaurant or in a movie theater that ask you with a flower, hey, can I be your boyfriend or can you be my girlfriend? But at some point, yeah, I'm kind of I feel like I'm ashamed that everyone is looking at you because you're the man that you're with that time is making a scene, but
All right,
that's
so what if he
difficult.
don't make a scene? Like, what was the way that? What was the
You know,
last time?
you know what?
I'm laughing too because Charity face is so funny,
Yeah,
yo.
yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, I understand.
So
Uh,
hold on. Before you go on, just tell me. I just want to know about the time that any guy asked you to be his girlfriend. How did he do it? If it wasn't even romantic, if he sent you a regular text message, or if he just asked you in his face, say, "Hey, be my girlfriend." Have you ever been asked that?
yes.
Let's go there. All right. So how did
If
he do it?
you know what, if they ask me through text, I ignore it. So most
Okay.
of
So I'm talking about the person
so
that did it romantically in person.
yeah.
How did it go? Just tell us how it went.
Oh, okay. So there's a time that we go out. It's just like, hey, there's a new movie out there. Can you
He took you to the
or
movies.
do you have yeah do you have free time on a weekend? Okay, so I'm available that time. Then okay, let's go out. Then one time there's a big bouquet of a flower. Then not not really saying like like uh can you be my girlfriend, but you know it's something like that. I like you. I like you, and you know what? It's really cringe.
Hold on. So
Like,
y'all never had a conversation to solidify the deal and say, "Hey, you're my girl now."
um, if I didn't feel that man, I didn't answer. If asked me to be his girlfriend, I don't answer it.
So you curved him. But how did he ask you? That's all I want to know. How did he go about doing it? So after the movie theaters, he walked you into the house. He stood on the doorstep. Did he say apple? Did he whisper in your ear? Like how? No, I just want to know. Like, how romantic was it?
I said, my mom looks for me now. What time is it now? Can we go home? Something like that. So
Hey,
funny,
yo,
but yeah.
so you didn't even like to do it like that. So why you even going on a date?
Free food.
You know what? You
Sad man.
it's so yeah that girls labeled us like we for free food or free tickets or everything, but
So you used them.
you cannot you, you
So you
cannot
used them.
no you cannot no, you will not know the person unless you see them how to eat, how to speak to people, how to converse with others. That's another thing.
All right, you going to a whole another direction. I just wanted to hear. I'm a charity. Tell me, it could be your husband. It could be a guy from the past. How did the guy ask you to be his girlfriend?
Okay, I will start off like there's something Eddie said that is a bit common. And men here are not that kind of romantic. In Nigeria, what matters to them is to make money. Once they have that money, they feel like you are comfortable with it. That they can provide. See, I don't know where I came from. They believe, our men believe that his sole responsibility is just to make you happy, to have that money and provide everything for you and the kids. Even himself, he might not even be dressing well. It doesn't concern him. But as far as the wife and the children are okay, he's good to go. But then coming to your questions, we don't do first date in the house. So like my own is mostly maybe a hotel. He might ask you where do you want, or the location you want, or a place you want us to meet and all that. So views on you, because
Hold on.
sometimes
So a guy will ask you to meet him at a hotel?
no, it depends on where you people discuss. He can bring up anywhere. It can be at a park, it can be at any place. So it doesn't
All right, so
specifically mean.
hold on, because y'all are giving me, everybody's giving me everything but the answer that I'm looking for. I just want to know. I don't, at this moment, I don't really care about how the different cultures are different. I just want to know, how did the guy ask you to be his girlfriend? That's all I really want to know. Can you give me that?
Okay, I will use mine was just when we are eating, just over the food we are discussion. From there, because we have been talking for a long period of time. So the first time of meeting and all that. So while we are discussing all that things, where you are from, things you are doing, your careers and all that. Then after a kind of talk, a lengthy talk, then now the main thing that he,
Oh, y'all
he
went out
has
to
his
eat though.
mind.
Y'all went out to eat. It was over
Yeah, yeah,
dinner.
yeah. Yes.
Was it a nice restaurant? Was it just, a local joint? Like,
No, no, no. He's in a hotel. In a hotel. The restaurant in a
so
hotel.
it's a restaurant in a hotel.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Why you laughing?
I don't know the kind of hotels you have here. We have standard 4 stars, 3 stars, but they have a kind of maybe buffet area you can walk in, but there's time for buffet and all that. But apart from it, when you
Yeah,
come
I
in
got
at,
you.
yeah, yeah,
I got
you
you.
have
I
to
got
pay
you.
for it.
I got you. But did he get a hotel room too?
Now. No, 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 no.
Because I was about to say he had bigger plans than just to be your man. If
No,
that
no,
was
no,
the
no, no,
case.
no. Like I said, it can be in anywhere here in Nigeria. It's not necessary. Nobody is even coming to your house because as the rate of, how will I put it now that is going on in Nigeria, nobody is visiting anybody now. So for the first time, you will be hanging out before you get to know the person more and all that.
Gotcha. All right, Kristen, talk to me.
Yes. What's up?
I know you got a good story to tell.
No, I don't actually. It like to be honest with you, and looking back, anytime that if anybody's like we've ever decided to be just boyfriend and girlfriend, it was just a conversation. Really, it wasn't. There's no like theatrical thing or nothing.
All right, so how would you respond if the guy did do something theatrical, like took you to some special restaurant that you like? Let's say, through the conversation that you'd had with him, he was like, "Oh, this your favorite restaurant," so he took you to your favorite restaurant, got you your favorite dessert, and so on and so forth, and made it special, and then asked you to be his girlfriend. Like, how would you think that was cheesy?
No,
Would
I
you
think
think that
that
was
would be
romantic?
nice. Any effort whatsoever, I think is nice. Even if I'm like not into it, but like, the effort's there. So yeah, that's actually really nice. If you could take me to Applebee's anytime, I don't care.
So it doesn't matter the restaurant. It's just the effort.
Really, yeah. Yeah. For me, yeah.
Gotcha. Last but not least, Kathy. Last time a gentleman asked you to be his girlfriend, how did that go down? Since you said last year, you could tell us about how that went down,
Okay.
if you want.
Okay. It was like a dinner date, and then the guy came up with flowers, a piece of cake, written, and there were some people dancing. It was funny though. That's how I get asked, and I couldn't say no.
All right, so how did you respond? You just said yeah,
Yeah, I say yes.
because because based off of what Eddie said, that don't
Yeah,
happen.
it's a real
That ain't supposed to
situation.
happen. So why he do it for you?
I don't know.
How long were you talking? How long were you talking before he asked?
Like 2 months.
So y'all were talking for 2
Yeah.
months. Was that your first date?
Yeah.
So he asked you 2 months talking. He asked you on his first date for you to be his
Mm-hmm.
girlfriend. Wow. All right, coming back to my boy Eddie. Eddie, man, I think I like the mentality of the fellas there in Kenya, though. You know what I'm saying? Um, although when I was growing up, how you saying it wasn't the way I was growing up, how I grew up. But I don't think the women today value when a man does all that. Like for instance, Kathy's not with the dude now, right? She broke up with the dude. In my personal opinion, all of that wasn't even worth it. You understand what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
go out your way to buy the flowers. I would rather just come to the crib and we sit down and hang out and we have a conversation. But most ladies like the romantic fantasy that goes along with it. Like even though my friend Apple was saying that she's not interested in all that. At the end of the day, I do know that she does like every woman like that type of attention.
Yeah,
They
they all
just don't
do.
want to be embarrassed by it. And I think Apple was just worried more so about being embarrassed more so than the attention that you know what I mean. You know what I mean. If he did it silently and privately, she would be cool with that. As long as he did something romantic, he just don't want it to be done in public where everybody looking at her. All right, I'm about to play a video of a young man who's admitting that he went out his way to ask this lady on their first date to be his girlfriend. He's been talking to her for a while. And I want to get a reaction from y'all. This is a guy from America. In American culture, some people do like this stuff. And I want from the ladies to tell me where he went wrong. All right. So I want to hear from Eddie last. I want to hear from the ladies first. Where did my man, where did he go wrong? All right. Because there's something that had to transpire where he went wrong at. So I want to spend the rest of the time thinking about where he went wrong. All right. Can you help me out? All right. So I want to hear from the ladies first. Here we go. Well, I call that a dummy mission, man. So I want to hear the ladies' response first. Where
So,
did my man go wrong? Hold on. Go ahead,
okay,
Kathy.
here
Go
in
ahead. Where'd he
Kenya,
go
here in
wrong?
Kenya we have a phrase. We say dust is constant. I know Eddie have heard of that thing.
Is what? That is constant?
Dust is
Dust.
dust. Yeah, dust is constant. Constant. I mean, you see that, my man, right there?
That is constant?
Dust. I mean dust.
All right, what does that
Okay.
mean?
Like the girl just ignored her. Like he ignored him. Like she didn't care. Even after all the effort he made, I don't think she liked she liked him at all from the word go.
She did what Apple did.
Food.
But I didn't see any man. I didn't see any man after that. I am not doing court me, all man court me. No, I didn't do that. If I entertain a man, that's you alone.
All right, Apple. I was only joking. I was only joking with
Okay.
the statement. I want to know though, for the ladies, where did he go wrong?
I don't think he went wrong anywhere. I just think she already had a side guy on the side. I think one of his key points, because you know how women are, because I am one. We like to chase, and I think maybe he was just giving away too much. And she already apparently had a side guy, so she probably was chasing the guy that didn't give her a time of day. And so that's probably what happened. He didn't do anything wrong. Actually, that was like the sweetest thing I've ever heard in my life.
All right, because I'm gonna come to Eddie to respond to what you just said, but I want to hear who else. Charity, where did you go wrong?
I would say I don't know whether there is a proper communication between them because maybe she told him
What you mean? He wrote down notes. He took notes and everything. He heard everything that she was saying. He wrote down notes. What type of cheesecake she liked, how she liked it cooked, her favorite. You know what I mean? He knew everything. He got her flowers, all of this stuff. He
Got a creme brulee.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying as well, like getting more people involved in the whole thing. I don't know whether she's okay with it or not. But at the same time, I think the girl has another intention. You just want to explore the opportunity, maybe see how the guy looks and all that. So, but her mind is not there.
This wasn't the first date though. This was the second or third date that he said. He took her on other dates. So this is like the second or third date.
Probably the lady might have seen one or two things that she cannot cope with. And besides that, she has another person by the side. Maybe that person is better than this person. So,
All right. Hold on. I'm gonna come back to y'all. I'm gonna come back to you, Eddie. Where my man go wrong, Eddie?
Good guys get played.
Say that one more time, bro.
Good guys get played.
So how he play himself out?
Actually, it loosely translates to what Kathy was trying to say. That is constant. When you try to be nice, things won't go your way. Unfortunately.
So should the guys be more rude? Like,
Well, if you
Unfortunately,
got
yeah.
cracked
I
by the
wouldn't.
other guy.
so Eddie, should guys be rude to women? Like, should you not give them their attention? Should you not be romantic? Should you not
Yes.
try to take them out on dates and everything? Like, is it worth it?
No, it's not. No, it's
don't
not.
overdo.
Not be rude, but don't be soft on them also. Just be one. Don't be all lovey-dovey. Don't be a lover boy. Just be
Lover boy fresh, man.
don't be that.
Don't be a lover boy.
No. You'll get hurt.
But don't all women want a lover boy? Somebody who's all into them? What
They
wouldn't
get
y'all want
bored.
the person that?
They
Wouldn't
get
y'all want the
bored really
person?
quickly.
I'm saying, but wouldn't y'all want the guy that y'all with to be into y'all?
Yes and no. Like I said, we like to chase and we like to be chased. We're morons.
I agree with you on that. But all right. So look, Charity, I'm coming to you on this one. Have you ever done this to a guy before?
Yeah.
Oh my God. We, hold on. Before you even explain, Christy, have you ever done this to a guy before?
What, like he go all out and I go, see ya.
Yeah, you play him out like that. Yes.
I
All right.
didn't. My intention wasn't to play him. I didn't feel like the chemistry, and I was just like, this is not for
Hold
me.
on. We won't come to your story again. Kathy, have you ever done this before?
Of course, I have.
Yeah. Apple, have you ever done this before, Apple?
Yes, that's what I am mentioning earlier.
Oh, see, you know what I'm saying? So what's the point? What's the point, Eddie? What's the point, Eddie?
Exactly. Do not be nice. Do not just do not be rude, but do not be nice. You know,
No, no,
at the,
Eddie's gonna make
at
them
the,
take a survey.
But so Charity, tell me about your story, if you may, if you will. How did you play the guy out, and why did you play him out? Why did you even go? Why would you even let it get that far for him to ask you to be his girlfriend and take you on a date and do all this, all only for you to tell him no or to play him out? So why? Why did it happen?
No. Sometimes when you do not see the person you have been talking on the phone, it's a long distance, a kind of talk. We are not in the same city and all that. We have been talking and all that. But when reality sets in, you will find that most of the things you are looking out for is not the way it is. So after the first meeting, the chemistry is not there. No. Now, in fact, it didn't. I know it will not work out, so no need to dwell on that. So I have to, after a few days, through text message, I have to, no, we are ending this thing. I don't want even to allow it to linger.
All right, hold on. I got a question back for you, Charity. Since you did that to a guy, has a guy ever did that to you?
No,
No. So you never been played out before.
no, it might be just no. As in when a man was like,
You went with a whole lot of yeah. No. Either you got played out before or you did. You keep it real, man.
I would not call that a relationship anyway. It wasn't defined.
Well,
Just like I said,
when you played the guy out, it wasn't a relationship neither.
he asked me out then, though I didn't give my the
All right, so
answer
you
straight.
telling me that there's never been a guy that you liked that you wanted to be his girlfriend and he played you out?
No, we didn't even get to the talking stage of relationship, but it might be in my mind, but it didn't work out. So no need to push it.
All right, Christy, what about you? Since you did it to a guy, since you played out a guy, you said you played out a guy, you played him out.
Play him out. It just wasn't gonna work out the way, like where I was living and he lived an hour away. It was a whole thing.
All right, so we got a, Eddie, we got a common theme. It's a common theme going here so far. Two times we heard distance. So it's down for any guy who dating anybody long distance. It's down for y'all, man. It's down bad. So if she ain't if
A whole thing. You're just hearing half of what you want to hear here, Aaron.
I heard two times now. Y'all played the
Yeah,
dude out.
that's fine, but it's okay.
That's down bad, man. Go ahead though. So tell me what happened. How it go down? How you break his heart?
Oh, well, I didn't think he wanted anything serious, but apparently he did, and so I had already moved on at that point.
You got cracked by somebody else. That's bad. So you was already into somebody else and you knew that this dude liked you?
Well, the way the vibe was, I thought it was more casual. And plus he lived an hour away and and there would be days where we weren't talking. So I thought it was more just of like, hanging out until whatever.
Yo, nice guys finish last, man. Nice guys finish last.
It's
Kathy,
okay. That's all right.
Kathy. So how did you play the guy out?
Like he was doing too much. Like calling
Like what? What he was doing?
calling every time, like every hour, checking on me. I don't like that. I
That's a stalker,
I
not a
don't
boyfriend.
like it. So I end.
And he was long distance too?
No, he wasn't.
Gotcha.
He was
Right,
in the
so
bushes.
Apple, what about you, Apple?
Well, yeah, the story that I mentioned earlier, this guy is a supervisor in a big supermarket here. And I am working to promote something on that supermarket too for a part-time. Now, that time, uh they sh- maybe he's interested on me, and I might say, and then he asked me to to go on a date, to go on a movie. Now, what I observe is he is too arrogant and grumpy. So on that first date, I
So
think
you found that out
maybe,
on the first date.
yeah. And then
All right.
he asked me, he did that a bouquet of flowers, and asked me that he likes me and everything. Maybe he's waiting for my answer to say yes. But I said, I didn't say no, but I said I need to go home. So that's that's the reason why, maybe I need to know more of him, because the first date wasn't enough to know the person.
So hold on. So I'm lost. Did you leave the door open or did you shut it closed?
I
Because
shut it
saying I
close
want to go
after.
home is not saying I want to go home is not necessarily saying no. It's not necessarily saying yes.
Yeah,
It's leaving the door
yeah.
open.
Because we need to be professional after 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 that date.
Well, that's a
So
no anyway. But go ahead.
yeah, maybe maybe it's too more if he didn't understand that. But yeah, I didn't message him back. I didn't reply and everything, because maybe that's the not the right time for us, the time. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Eddie, you ever put yourself out there where you took an L like that?
Man, like you said, good guys finish last. I was last for quite some time till I decided become fast. If you know what I mean, yeah. So
So you
He's
yeah,
took
cracking now.
I have been no when I was younger, I've been last for so many times and for so long. So I decided I'm not gonna be last anymore. Yeah. So
so what
yeah.
you do differently?
What is the opposite of good guys finishing last?
He'd be-
I dropped all this, trying to be nice thing, just be. If I don't feel like,
Well,
taking you
because
out, I do
I'm
not.
asking you because you said that being romantic is not you normal in your country anyway.
Uh,
So
yeah,
what is being a nice guy in your country?
the minimum. I'll call you in the morning. I'll call you in the evening. I'll shoot you a text over lunch hour. And that is enough.
Or is he reciprocating the energy?
Unfortunately, most of them will, play hard. But if,
Yeah,
if
I'm
you're
not.
wise enough, you'll know. If you're wise enough, you'll know. She's just playing hard, but I know eventually she'll soften up. But
Yo, my last time I could say I took an L like that maybe was in 7th grade, man. You know what I'm saying? Like once I got into high school, I wasn't. Nah, I never. When I had girlfriends, but and during that time, I would say for myself, like in 9th grade, the girls that I ended up dating was girls that I probably flirted with for like the last year and a half to 2 years, and we finally like she might have had a boyfriend at the time that I was flirting with her. So I guess you could say I waited my turn, and I can't even say I was really waiting. It's just the opportunity came about, so I shot my shot. You know what I mean? But
How did you ask them out? How did you ask them to date you?
well, so like I said, when you asking me that question, like I said, the last time I took an L like that was in 7th grade. Now that 7th grade situation, I had to build up the courage to walk up to Shorty and shoot my shot in person during recess during school lunch. You know what I mean? And when I did that, I remember like when I seen her face as I was talking to her, she wasn't really feeling what I was saying. So I had to dead it quickly and try to walk. Because like you said,
He
man,
pivoted.
yeah, I had to pivot quickly because you don't really want to let people know that, you know what I mean? Like if Shorty ain't really feeling you like that, you ain't trying to be putting yourself out there and clowning yourself. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta,
Mama didn't raise no chumps.
yeah. So you gotta pivot. So I did a like you know what I mean, pivoted real quick. But from like I would say because even in 7th grade, it wasn't for me. I don't want to sound like be conceited and nothing like that, but it wasn't hard to holler at shorties back then. You know what I mean? Um, I always tell people I did my numbers. However you want to take that, I did my numbers. Um, whether it be now back then, it was different than now. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you had to go up to a chick and get her number. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have pagers. We didn't have like I'm talking about as a youngin. You know what I mean? It was you want shorty to either that or you do the cornball way and you shoot her a note, write her a letter or something. But letter was proof. And if she deny you, that's that L you take. You know what I mean? So you had to really just go shoot your shot, play it off. So you had to wait for the moment. You know what I mean? If you at the basketball court and then all of a sudden she walked past at the basketball court, that's the time. Like you only gonna get that time once. You know what I mean? Take your shot at it. So I had females that I had crushes on that later on I got an opportunity to holler at them. But during the time when I would say I had a crush on them, nah, it wasn't. I couldn't. There wasn't the time to shoot the shot because you ain't know if she was gonna take an L or not. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like hanging out with sucker for love guys. You know what I mean? Like sucker for love guys is annoying. I used to have some sucker because believe it or not, sucker for love guys will holler at your chick behind your back. See, they so desperate to be in a relationship that they will ruin their friendship with you just to be in a relationship. And then they put you in a position where you gotta, when your shorty tell you, you gotta like, yo, should I put hands on him or should I just, know what I mean, let it go? Especially when you have, like, I could tell you, I had a guy in my church who used to do this. That if I put hands on him, like that's a conversation now. Our parents gotta sit down. You know what I mean? It was a church situation or whatever. You know what I mean? You don't want to, you know what I'm saying? But once I recognized that, oh, he a sucker for love, nah, I'm not. I don't hang out with guys like that. You know what I'm saying? I try to stay away from them. But sometimes suckers for love, sometimes they get chicks as well. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Sucker for love, I used to call R&B dudes who would be willing to sing and serenade a female and be singing and stuff. You know what I mean? Usually they be the sucker for love guys, you know what I mean? For the most part. I seen a couple of dudes that play instruments that sucker for loves, or piano players or whatever, you know what I mean? They just trying to serenade. Like you ain't gotta do all that though, you know what I mean? You know, but they set the bar, you know what I mean, so high that when Shorty meet a real one, it's a little different, you know?
Mhm.
But yeah, I took an L that 7th grade. I remember that 7th grade year I took that L. I had to pivot, play that off. You know what I'm saying? And I caught her on a by herself. So when I talked to her, like, yo, you know what I mean? And I seen I took that L, I was like, I had to play that off so that a whole bunch of people won't see me trying to holler at her, you know what I mean? And I walked away smooth, like, oh, I'm gonna get at you. You know what I mean? I'll holler at you, you know, and kept it moving. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I would say nice guys finish last. I would say I was on the borderline of being nice and not being nice, though. You know what I mean? Why are you making that face, Christy? Let me tell you. Let me
I
tell you
was
why.
nice once.
Let me tell you why, real quick. Let me tell you why, real quick. And see, my culturally, we probably a little bit different than how it is there. But for some of y'all, I know Christy probably can relate to me a little bit on this. But I'm gonna say this: back in the day, we used to go places. Me and my friends, we all be all around, go to different events. You holler at chicks there, so on and so forth. So like, it could be like if it was the summertime and like 7 weeks straight, there was always an event or something going on. So we would be there at the event, and you always meeting new girls. You know, you get numbers, talk to girls, whatever, whatever. And then sometimes those numbers will stick, and you'll be having, talking to, the girls or whatever. But I remember my friend, I seen this happen to him, and that just put me on game where I was like, yeah, I can't. That's why I had to be a somewhat nice guy. I couldn't always, but my man, he somehow, it's a small world, bro. Like you go somewhere far away somewhere, you meet some chick from somewhere, and then somehow, some way, hey, you such and such from that no such and such and da da da. The next thing you know, your whole night messed up. You know what I mean? And you've done did 4 months of phone call talking to this one girl, and all of a sudden that's all ruined because you went to shoot your shot at another girl at a different location, but somehow they know each other. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then next thing you know, now you lost two of them in one setting. You know what I'm saying? And so I realized then, like, yo, you got to get to know them first before you start pulling shots. You know what I mean? You can't just shoot. You know what I mean? You can't just shoot off the gate. You gotta let's be friends or whatever. Find out who know them. You know what I mean? Who they know. You know what I mean? Because you can get your spot pulled at any moment in time, man. So even if I got a female number, I never. When I say I was a bad guy too, because I'll let them play the energy. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I felt like at least when I was growing up, when I wasn't in a relationship, I had a little roster, so I wasn't giving one female my attention like that. So I would, I would, um, I would match their energy. So if they was feeling me, then all right, cool. I'll spend a lot of time on the phone with them, doing whatever. We'll go out, link up, or whatever. Um, I say all that to say this now today, I would be strictly not a nice guy. I would not go out on dates. I wouldn't waste my time. I wouldn't do anything. Like, to be funny, I had a guy who came over here this weekend. I was at the studio. Me and my brother was working on something with some studio equipment for an event we doing. And one of my guys who was doing a podcast, he slid through, and he around my age, and he was saying, "Yo, I just met this chick." And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, I seen her walking around in my block, going exercising, and I decided that I seen her this one particular time." And he said, I went outside and shot my shot. And I was like, he said, "I got a number." I was like, "Yo, that's what's up." So I said, "Yo, so when y'all gonna go out, like, what's your move? Like, You gonna go out on a date with her or whatever? Like, you know what I'm saying? How you, he's like, nah. I'm not spending no money. I'm gonna go walking with her a couple of times first before I actually start going out on a date with her. And I was like, yo, my man, that's what I would have did. You know what I mean? Because I'm not spending no bread on no. You hear how the women talking now, man, and they just use you for no reason, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I would say this. In my personal opinion, I never got played. Like nobody never did any. Nobody never got one on me that I wasn't willing to take a L on. Meaning that if I did something for a female, I was cool with. You know what I mean? I did it because I wanted to do it, not because she played me or she got me or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like also this weekend, this past Thursday, I had some females come to my studio, right? And they was about to do a recording session. And the girls was like, yo, like, buy me something to eat. And I'm looking at them like, yo, I just met you. You talking about buying you something to eat. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I don't buy females food just to be buying. Like, if I want to buy it, like, if you want me to get you to buy you food and get me to, like, be cool with you. And then if I'm going somewhere, I'll make sure you good. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem. I come with that mentality. If I eat, we all eat. But you can't just come to me and just be like, yo, buy me food. Like, it's not how it goes. Only nice guys do that. I was like, yo, buy your own food. I was like, buy your own food. I don't know you, man. Like, I'm like, I don't know you, buy your own food.
Be like,
You know what I'm
convenience
saying?
stores down the road.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, the spot across the street, go get you something to eat. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not buying you food. But if I want to, I'll do it because I want to do it. And I don't care if your attitude is however it is. I'm doing it because I want to do it. So maybe shorty might think she got a one up on me, but
Did
I
you
play
end up
chess, not
buying her
checkers.
food?
Nah, nah, nah. Not at all. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not an on-demand type of guy. Like, you just gonna call me and be like, yo, my bills need to be paid. Can you pay my bills? Like, nah, that's not how it works. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't, like I said, if I do something because I want to do it, not because, and if I'm being a nice guy in that moment, I either know your story or your situation or whatever the case may be. So I don't mind, you know what I mean, doing something for somebody because, you know what I mean, I rock with them like that. And if I did it because I rock with you, not because you tried to play me or something of that sort. You know, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, have you ever done that before, Eddie?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Yeah, because I tell my last story. I used to have a best friend that used to hit me up all the time, and I realized this, like, when we was best friends, like, I would go out and hang out with her all the time. And for me, it was cool because whenever I didn't have nobody to chill with on the weekends or wasn't an event going on, I would go hang out at her house, or I'll go pick her up and we'll go to the movies or whatever the case may be, right? And so if I wasn't talking to any of the chicks or whatever, they was busy or whatever, she was like my backup plan, my last resort. And I would go pick her up and I'll take her out and go do stuff. But then I started realizing, like, yo, like, you think that this is a regular situation for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just come away, when you start doing things on a regular basis, expectations start coming to play. Nah, I can't do that. So I had to fall back a little bit, because it was starting to happen too on a regular basis. And then she borrowed my car one time, had some other guys in my car. I found out.
No.
Yeah. It's like, yo, you violated. So I had to cut her off for a couple months. I had to cut her off, bro. So you can't violate like that, man. And the dude that some of the dudes that she had in the car, I didn't like them neither. And they knew it was my car. That's what made it even worse.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? That's like you meeting a girl. What's the nearest city from Nairobi? What's a city like maybe 20, 30 minutes from Nairobi?
Rongai.
Rungai. So let's say you meet a chick in Rungai, right? and
Uh-huh.
y'all just friends. That's not even your shorty or nothing. You look at her like a little sister or whatever, right? So you help her out, dude, and you talk you talk to her about people you know and don't know, whatever, from your hood, from Nairobi. And then one day she hits you with, yo, I gotta borrow, can I borrow your car or whatever, whatever. So I was out in her area. I let her borrow my car, and she went to Nairobi and was hanging out with people that you know that you don't even like. You know what I'm saying? And then one day you at the court chilling with the fellas, and they like, oh yeah, you remember when Shorty had your car? She came, so she didn't even tell you. So I'm finding out third party. Yeah, so I cloud myself on that one. Never again. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Never again. But I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Charity actually played a dude out though, because Charity come across like she a good girl. You know what I'm saying? She always trying to speak morally. See, look, she
You're
Of
ain't no
course, I'm a
lie,
good
talented.
man.
girl. I'm a good girl. Hmm.
Huh?
Of
You
course,
said you're a
I'm a
good
good
girl?
girl. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. See, I'm gonna tell you. That's how you come across. I don't know. Apple
Mhm.
come across like she don't know. Like she a little sedity with it. She don't know if she's playing somebody out or not. Like she try to be innocent. You know what I'm saying? She try
Well,
to be innocent.
I'm a student back then. I'm totally innocent. I'm
Yeah,
just
see,
third
she
year
try to play the
college.
innocent. She trying to play the innocent role. But you know what I mean? I wouldn't fall for that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't fall for that. Christy, I don't know, Christy. I don't know if you was a good girl or a bad girl. I can't really tell.
I was on a leash, so I don't know what to tell you on that.
Oh, so you was a person that needed freedom. See, once the good girls on a leash and they need freedom, once they get freedom, they become bad girls.
Hmm, 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 hmm.
And I think that's Kathy's story. Is that true, Kathy? See, she admitting that she's a bad girl. So for all the fellas who's watching this, well, Kathy the only single person on here. Kathy not getting married no time soon though. That's what it is. All right. Yo, for the lover boys out there, um, for the lover boys out there, Charity, I'm gonna start with you. What's your advice for the lover boys? Or the lover girls? It could be some lover girls who crash out. Because I had a couple of crash out girls in my day who crashed out over me. So what advice would you give for lover boys or lover girls?
My advice is don't just rush into a relationship. Don't just go and start doing extra beyond what you can do, because there's a kind of a lifestyle you need, you are exposed, or kind of you are showing at the first date. You might not cope with it after a long period of time. Maybe you're showing flamboyant lifestyle at a point. It might not still be the same. So just be yourself. Just like
All right, hold on real
Edith.
quick. Do you have a daughter?
Nah,
You don't have a daughter.
I don't.
All right. Because I was gonna say, would you tell your daughter to date somebody who's not willing to take them out on a date? Like instead was tell them to come to the crib instead on a,
No, 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 no,
and
no, no.
hang out
You're
with
not.
them.
No, I wouldn't even try such. No, 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 no. Don't come. At least there should be an open place for the first meeting, not necessarily in a crib.
All right. See, I hear what you're saying, but after like the second or third open place, the open place will be somewhere where we can go where I ain't got to spend no bread. And then I'll bring her back to the crib and have her cook. Ain't that right, Eddie? She gotta earn her spot, right?
Yep.
You gotta know if she can chef, she can cook it up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, Charity, can you cook?
Yeah.
You ain't say that with confidence. I don't know.
Yeah.
Christy, what about you,
I
Christy?
can't.
You can cook and bake.
Now, so what's your word of advice that you want to give to the lover boy
Okay,
slash
well, I thought you were asking
lover
if
girl?
I could cook, What's my advice?
Yeah,
Well, be nice, but don't be too nice. Don't be a jerk. Communication is key. If you don't want to talk to somebody, tell them. Don't be a jerk. So, yeah.
gotcha. What about you, Kathy?
Okay, if you're a lover boy, continue being a lover boy. If you're a lover girl, continue being a lover girl. Don't change.
What?
Yeah. It is what it is.
You are a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. Apple, what about you, Apple? Don't follow this hypocrite though. Hypocrisy coming out of her mouth.
Well, for me, make sure that you shared same values. You know,
Fantasies. I
you
told you
you
the innocent, man. The
of
innocent.
course,
We gotta
you
have
need to be
shared value.
compatible.
We need to be
Mhm.
compatible, but I don't want to date you.
Maybe I'm not the type of your, I'm not the one of your the type of a girl that you want to date because maybe I'm boring. I'm a little boring.
Innocent
And
girls usually are
and
boring.
and yeah, because I have a daughter, and if they don't complement each other, then no, don't push it.
So what if your daughter is dating a guy who never took her out on a date? They only went to like walks in the park and that's it. Is he still the guy?
I'll ask my daughter. I need to know the real score before I judge their relationship first.
Got you.
I don't want to I don't want to be a wicked mama. Uh Mom don't like you, so we go out in a secret, and I don't want to be like that.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
All right, Eddie, sign us out. What is the lover boy fresh advice you give?
Guys finish last. How you choose to use that information is entirely up to you.
So you're not a good guy. Yo, does the girl you're dating right now know that you're not a good guy?
She likes me the way I am, yeah. And
She
I love
like
her.
you being a bad guy?
Not bad
She
as
like
in
letting you.
like
Charity, she put her head for it like she don't believe you, man. You don't believe that, Charity? Or does she not know that he a bad guy?
The
He's an
lady likes him
imposter.
the way he is, so it's okay for them.
Yeah, but if he's saying that he's a bad guy, she like him being a bad guy.
I don't think Eddie said that. Yeah, he's neutral. He said, don't be
No,
too
he
rude, don't
admitted that
be
he was a
too."
bad guy. Eddie, are you a good guy or a bad guy?
good guys finish last. I don't want to be last.
So you're saying you're a self-proclaimed bad guy?
I'm not a good
Yo,
guy. Yeah.
all right, yo, we signing out, yo. Holla at your boy. We out of here. Yo, look, lover boys, we not up. So let it go, man. It's not it. It's 2025, man. Get a grip on life. I mean, nice guys finish last. Lover boys are down right now. We out of here.